What's up, guys, and welcome to Call of Duty Blackout gameplay. So I'm doing a voiceover in this. It's kind of more of a commentary than an actual gameplay. But in the background gameplay I got here, I have my first win in Blackout. I finally got it. I only had 5 kills in the end, but it's alright. And by the way, guys, I want you to see the end because like the emblem that pops up when you make a win is like so jacked up. I don't know who came up with it, but they need to be fired. Like literally it's like so weird. Like it says standing in one part and like the end is like in the same font but like just stretched out. I don't know, it's really weird. I don't know who came up with that genius idea. But another topic I want to talk about in this game is if this game is good. If I really think, in my opinion, of course, if you guys should buy this game. So up front, I'm just gonna say it. I really like the game. It's a interesting style game. I'm actually really not a fan of Battle Royale games, but I really enjoyed this one. The graphics are amazing though. It looks really good. By the way, I play on PS4, so I'm just talking from my PS4 point of view. But it looks really good from my PS4. There are some times where like objects that are pretty far away don't get rendered in, like some trees. They just look really pixely and things like that. There also is a very like nice sound design in this game, like footsteps. You can hear different sounds for footsteps, and I actually really like that. Like you could tell someone's walking on metal if you're walking on metal, if you're walking on concrete or just whatever surface you're walking on. There's different sounds of those footsteps that you can hear. I don't really have a lot of bad things to say about this game, so I'm trying to say on the good side of things, but some things I think need to be said, like armor. At least at the beginning of the game, I'm pretty sure they're beginning to fix it, but armor was totally overpowered. If you have level 3, you could basically get an easy win, at least on day 1. I do believe that they are starting to fix this problem now, but also another thing, I'm very interested to see how they're gonna add new things, or like new modes, new weapons, new whatever they're gonna add in the future, like how they're gonna implement it into the game. I'm really interested how they're gonna see that. Also, I'm just wondering how they're gonna like if they're gonna take time out of multiplayer updates than to put in the Blackout, or how to balance it, you know, with zombies, all that, all the DLCs, all the stuff they're gonna do, or are they just mainly gonna keep it the same throughout an entire Battle Royale period? Kind of like how Fortnite has seasons, but they'll probably do it in some different way. I really hope they don't make this game just like Fortnite, because in my opinion, I feel like Fortnite adds too much stuff. Like there's some guns that don't need to be taken out, and they take it out to put in something new. But I feel like they could do a lot of things. Like they could do new attachments for certain guns, put just new guns in, however rare they could be. They can be only found in supply drops at the magic wheel box. Killing zombies. I mean, killing zombies, you could get the freaking ray gun, and that's already super rare, so you can have other guns like that too. Honestly, I really hope they make this a good game. I'm really trying to hype this up, at least for myself, because I really want this to be a good game that I can stick with. I didn't really stick with Fortnite. I'm still trying to get some Fortnite videos out to you guys, but I'm trying to at least get a win or something first, at least get some good gameplays for you guys. But I just hope they make it their own game as well. I don't want them to just copy Fortnite, you know? Just put it in a battle pass that basically has the same stuff, just skins, cosmetic items, all that stuff, emotes. I just don't want them to copy Fortnite. I mean, that's probably the reason they made the Battle Royale in the first place. Not to copy Fortnite, but just because of the success that Fortnite had. You all know how well Fortnite is doing. I mean, I'm pretty sure almost everybody literally knows that Fortnite is the biggest game right now, and what Fortnite is. I mean, it's a Battle Royale that has made so much money. The success is crazy, and they even made the Battle Royale free and just made money off of cosmetic items just because everybody loved the game so much. Another thing I really like about Blackout is that they're already starting to implement new stuff, so I'm really hoping that this continues throughout the game's just future updates and all of that stuff. But I mean, they're already adding a bunch of new stuff. They just added this thing, like this creature thing. It's called the Blight Father at the graveyard. It's really boss that like you can kill. I don't know if I actually have a video up on it about it, but I may have a link in the description about. Dang, I just killed. I don't know if you saw that, but I shot him like through the truck and it made him hop out, and I got a cool kill right there. But I'm pretty sure it's like the boss for the actual zombies in the full game. And I think that's really cool that they're doing that. I also love how the places in the game are real places in other Call of Duty games. I mean, how cool is that? You can freaking go to, what's the place? Asylum. I forget what it's actually, the actual zombie map is called. But you can go to Asylum and, like, I don't know all the names of the maps because I didn't play that much, but I know that there's Raid in the States, there's Stronghold from Black Ops 3 in like a separate part of the States, and I just think that's like really cool and unique, you know, because I mean, maybe Black Ops has an advantage like to do this type of stuff because they had so many previous games. Another actually thing that they've added for previous Call of Duty games is the characters. The characters are actually from previous Call of Duty games too. There's also some new characters though, because I know they wouldn't just put in all people that have been used already. So there's some new people, like there's the new specialists, and then there's some new people in zombies, I believe. But a lot of the reoccurring characters are from zombies, I believe, and maybe somewhere else. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just strictly zombies. But I'm not sure, actually. One thing I don't like about Blackout is I feel like the shotguns are too overpowered. I mean, so while I was playing, there was this one time I had 150 health, and I got one shot headshotted to a shotgun. I honestly, I mean, it could relate to like a pump in Fortnite, but I really think that's too overpowered. And it could two-shot if you had full health to the body. And I really think that's overpowered because it's just too quick of a kill, you know? I mean, obviously you could have that with like snipers, but I feel like shotguns is OP, in my opinion, of course. By the way, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or disagree with anything, or if you feel like there's something I didn't say about Blackout, please put it in the description. If you have a question for me, I'll always try to reply to your comments. Also, I'm really surprised at how the first attempt at a Battle Royale game actually went well. At least in my opinion, I liked it. Because they're still using the Call of Duty engine for this Blackout, and Call of Duty has never been able to put that many people into a server, so I'm actually really interested on how they're doing that. I mean, right now, the player count is maximum at 88 right now, and I honestly think that's really interesting. I don't know how they're managing to do it, but I mean, mad respect to Treyarch for doing that. It's really cool that they can actually do that and are trying to do that, or to do new things is what I'm trying to say. It's really cool. I also like how there isn't a clear indication of which gun is better. You can have your own opinions about guns, for example, but there's not one that's actually fully better. I feel like they're all pretty balanced. Like how in Fortnite, you could clearly, if you get a purple scar, and you see a gold scar, you obviously know the gold scar is better because that's just how the rarities work. But in this game, there's no rarities. There's just guns, and you can have your own opinion about each gun. So I feel like it's really balanced because you pick your loadout. I mean, so you can also do that in Fortnite, of course, but you obviously want to take the better gun over the worst gun. And there's not really a better gun or worse gun in this game. And I really enjoy that. I honestly like that. I'm glad that they did just put rarities and stuff, you know, just copy Fortnite to see if they can replicate the success. Also, I really do like how they've actually put zombies at zombie locations in the game. I mean, how cool is that? We've never had that in any of the Battle Royales we've had, of course, but I mean, I feel like that's really cool. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm sorry for in my past videos when I was like talking about the outside circle. I'm sorry I called it the Storm. I literally just didn't know the name of it, and I just called it the Storm because I knew that's what it's called in Fortnite. But it's actually called the Collapse. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, at least the Storm is clear. It's like a storm, and it damages you. The Collapse, I'm not so sure. One thing I do find annoying while I continue to play this game more and more is when you're driving a vehicle, such as an ATV, which is like the car kind of thing, not the big truck or the helicopter, or the boat. I forgot about the boat, but it's the little car thing. And when you jump off of it at full speed, you take some damage. I'm not sure how much damage exactly. I think it varies, but you take a okay bit of damage. Like it'll take maybe like to heal up 50, so like one med kit or something. But I honestly find that really in the moment, like really annoying, because when you're in the moment, when you're So say someone's shooting you from behind and you need to get off quickly to take cover. That extra damage could just kill you. That's like really annoying to me, and I don't like that. Another thing I actually just recently noticed is that they not all the perks that are in like multiplayer are in Blackout. Like, there's no armor piercing rounds, which I actually think would be a pretty cool idea. I mean, maybe they should only put it on some guns, because if that was like on LMGs, it would kill people really fast, and maybe even rifles. So maybe only on certain guns like SMGs, maybe? I mean, I'm not sure how they would actually work that or balance it, but I think that should be part of the game. I mean, especially if armor is a big part of the game and surviving in the game. But I mean, now that they nerfed it, I don't know if it'll be needed as much or if it'll be needed at all. Another attachment that was missing is dual wield. I know I'm not talking about for the SMGs and rifles, but for pistols. I mean, in my opinion, that would be a really cool thing to have. Like, if you have a pistol at the start of the game, and maybe if you find a second one, maybe it won't be attachment, maybe you find a second pistol, you can just pick up that pistol and choose whether or not to dual wield it or have it as a secondary. I honestly think that would be a really cool thing and increase the firepower of the pistols. I don't know if it'll do too much damage or not enough damage. I think it'll do a good amount of damage, judging by how just the pistols do now in fights. I mean, there's only two pistols. There's just the Strife, which is the normal one, you just tap, 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 and then there's the Mozu revolver, which is a very interesting gun. It does a good amount of damage, but it's not really that accurate, and it's a mag gun. But I mean, dual wield, that thing could be pretty dangerous up close. So right now in the game, I am at 4 kills currently, and there's 18 people left in the game. By the end of the game, I end up getting 5 kills, so there's not much action in between here, but I'm still doing pretty good for just one of my games. My highest kill game was 5 kills so far. I did get 3rd place once, with which I had 5 kills, and I came 3rd place. So if those two people fought out, the least kills I could get was 6. So technically this couldn't have been my most kill game, but it's still pretty close. Also, if you want to see some Black Ops 4 when I was playing the beta gameplay, multiplayer gameplay, I do have some of those videos on my channel. They were more the beginning of my channel, so they may not be the best quality, and I apologize for that. But not a lot of people viewed them. One of them even only has like 2 views. So I know a lot of people have not, on my channel at least, have not seen those. So I would recommend to check those out. There was some really funny moments in one of those videos, like, and the grappling animation is like really funny. Like, there was one video, it was titled I'm Batman, I believe, and it was this one part where this guy was grappling, and like the animation was really funny when he grappled, and it made me think of Batman. So going back to the gameplay that I have in the background here, I just skipped to when I was in the final 10, and then eventually I made it to the final 5 as well. So in my final conclusion of this video, whether I think, in my opinion, whether you should get this game or not, at least in full release, and I'm gonna say I think you should. I honestly really like it. I have played Call of Duty for a lot of my gaming periods, and I honestly think it's a really nice game, and I also like how they're actually trying to make this a good game. I really think this game has potential, and I think there's a lot of new cool things to come. And on that note, guys, make sure to like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was my first actual commentary, and I will leave you to the rest of the game. Have a good one.